Hi guys, OMG Vapes back again for another review, and this time it's the turn of the Vcigo Moonbox by Sigeli. So guys, this time up for review is the Vcigo Moonbox by Sigeli. Comes as a kit with a Moonshot 24. There's some specs on this. This is a dual 18650 potentiometer based mod. It does 50 to 200 watts. It has a 2 volt to 7.5 volt output, a 40 amp max amp limit. It fires down to 0.1 ohm and it fires up to 2.5 ohms. And it supports up to 3 amp charging. Now I watched a review from the Vaping Bogan, and he was saying that this is not actually wattage as is stated on the dial, but is a PWM variable voltage potentiometer mod. Well, this got me thinking, did Sigeli really mess up that bad to put wattage on a voltage mod? So I delved deeper into it, and in the up and close I'm going to show you what happened when I did some tests. But firstly, we're going to have a vape. I got this Moonshot 24 on top, what comes with a kit. I got a 0.38 ohm dual fuse Clapton building it. I've got it set at about 65 watts. And this is how she vapes. Oh, the flavour on this Moonshot brings back a lot of memories, guys. So, without further ado, we're going to dive down to the closest cam. I'm going to show you the packaging, what you get in the box, and all that good shit. So, come on then. So, here we go with the packaging for the Moonbox. In the packaging, you get a nice little user manual in a couple of different languages. Just giving you the general specs and how to operate the mod. You get a little warranty certificate telling you where you can get it warranted. The usual instructions for the security code from Sigeli, the QR code on the back, and a little QC test certificate. You also get in the box a USB cable inside this box here. I'm not going to bother getting it out because we've all seen one of them. And the Moonshot comes in its usual packaging. We've all seen this before. Nothing new. You also get the glass, spare glass and some O-rings inside, and the Allen keys and stuff. What we've seen before. Here's the Moonshot. I'm not really going to touch on this too much because there's 1,000,001 reviews out there for this. It's a pretty old tank now. What I'm going to say is though, if you do want to remove the little black nub, the drip nub on the top, you can do, like I've done. You just get a screwdriver in, a flathead screwdriver, just underneath the lip of the plastic, and prise it and it'll pop off. And then, as you can see, I've got my chameleon drip tip on there, the 510 drip tip, and it looks pretty nifty. I am going to show you how I whip this tank now, because I think that's quite important. I've got a pretty easy way to do it. So that's the Moonshot 24, and here is the star of the show, the Vcigo Moonbox. As you can see, it's ABS plastic internal construction with 2 tin lids on either side. There's some pretty exquisite artwork on there, in my opinion. I love the look of this artwork, guys, it's really good. Now these do come in a couple of colours, and this little guy on the front, you can also get him in a skull pattern on some of them, but I chose this one. The reason I chose this colour is for one reason, and that is most of my RDAs have got autumn drip tips, as you can see. the autumn matches this orange just right, so I can sort of get away with the autumn drip tips on this mod. So let's start with the 510. Pretty normal 510 from the Sigeli mod. Not the best in the world, but it does the job. It is spring loaded, as you can see, quite a stiff spring. The one concern I've got though is that this pin inside is a bit, it's a bit on the wonky side, and there's a risk that over time this could loosen up and touch the sidewall, the negative side of the 510, and short out. But just periodically check this, guys, make sure it's still nice and stiff, and you should be good to go. Let's do some quick measurements on this. This widest point is 28.3, top to bottom. You're looking 93.9, and side to side you're looking 56.1. Now, as for atties on this, guys, because you've got this rounded beveled edge, 24 is the maximum you're going to get on here without any overhang. But as this was designed round the moonshot 24, I imagine that's what they expected to use on this, but there you go. Now you've got an LED at the top. You've got your nice clicky fire button. You've got your potentiometer, which does state wattage. You can get that in, guys. Focusing on that a little bit more. Better. It has got wattage, guys. It's got 50, 100, 150 and 200. You've got your LED down here for charging and your charging port. Now this does support the 3 amp charging, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend you get yourself a decent external charger and charge your batteries that way, because I don't recommend charging 18650s in the mod itself, especially not at 3 amps, because it's not going to do well for your batteries. Now to get into the mod, you can see this cut out here, and it leaves a lip either side on the tin where you can just get your fingernail in and prise it off, and the same on the other side. And there's the mod itself. It's just a frame, guys, plastic frame, ABS. Now this is fire retardant. It does state in the manual that this is fireproof in the event of any shorts or battery problems. I can't see this burning or melting if it's fireproof. Got some venting for the board there. It's clearly marked plus and minus, so you know which way your batteries go in. Same on this side, plus and minus. You've got this extra long battery ribbon to get your batteries in and out. Gold plated contacts on the top, spring loaded. Gold plated on the bottom. It is what it is, guys. I mean, you're only paying £28 for this mod, so don't expect it to be super high quality, but it's good enough. Then you got your tin lids, got foam on the inside. Very nice. There's nothing to them, guys. They're just a couple of pieces of tin. Both the same, so it doesn't really matter which way you put them around. Both got foam on the insides. Nice. Be nice to see Sigeli bring out some additional doors for this. Be a good little option. But as the vaping bogan described with these will be good over time. As they dink up and dent and scratch, they'll just grow character. As did the old cigarette boxes we used to have when we had our roll-ups and stuff. I love mine. It was battered and bruised over time, but it does give it character, and this mod is going to have the same sort of effect. So there you go. Get some batteries put in this. Tin lid just clips on like so. I'm going to be using some VTC 5As in this, guys. These are wicked batteries, these are. Swear to God, guys. Absolutely awesome batteries. Especially from Met Mods. So, plus up. Minus up. And it's going to blink. Again, pop the sides up. So when you put your batteries in, guys, it blinks just to let you know it's ready to boot up. So it's 5 clicks on. Blinks 3 times to let you know it's on. And that means there's no atomizer on, guys. 3 blinks. Now this LED does turn red when the batteries are dead, to let you know. And this LED lights up when you stick the charger in, just to indicate your charging status. As I say, the fire button is really nice and clicky, and this potentiometer is really nice, moves freely, so no issues with that. Now there's been a lot of talk about this not being accurate, that this is actually a PWM voltage regulated mod and not wattage, but I beg to differ on that. I've done some testing and some calculations, and I've had some interesting results, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But this is actually accurate, guys. It is actually wattage, as I'm going to show you now. So guys, let's say this is your potentiometer. Here you have 50 watts, it states, then you have 100, 150, 200, as it states on the mod. Let's just focus that in a bit better, guys, because it's a bit off. There you go. And 100 watts. So this mod has a 2 volt to 7.5 volt output. So if this was actually a voltage potentiometer, then this would be 2 volts, this would be 7.5 volts, and somewhere in the middle would be 4.75 as it stands. Let's get my calculator. So I've got this set to the lowest setting, which would be 2 volts. Now you can do this using Ohm's law calculators, guys, online. Search them on Google. If you know the equation, you can use a normal calculator, which I find a lot easier. So there you go. So let's do some calculations on this. Right, start with 2 volts divided by the resistance. I've got an atomizer out and it's got a 0.31 build in it. So 2 volts divided by 0.31 gives you your amp output, the amp draw of your batteries, which is 6.45, and then you times that by the 2 volts, which will give you the wattage, which in this case is 12.9 watts. So this atomizer 0.31 build on this box, with that set at 2 volts, this would be running at 12.9 watts. So I'll get this mod. This is the Puma 200 watt, guys. It's pretty accurate. So screw this onto here. New coil. You can see 0.31 ohms. So turn this down to 12.9 watts. There you go. Fire that, and that's giving me just over 2 volts. So this would be running at 2 volts, pushing 12.9 watts out of this. So let's try and back this at 12.9 watts. As you can see, guys, there's hardly any vapour coming out of that. I'm getting really wispy vape, so that's 12.9 watts. So now transfer this to the Vcigo Moonbox. Set at 2 volts. Set at 2 volts and try that. As you can see, a lot more powerful. That is definitely not 12.9 watts. As you can see from the vapor, guys. So this is not, you can see from that calculation, guys, that this is not voltage. It is actually wattage. Now that is stating 50 watts. So to push this test in a bit further, put this back onto here. Hold. Put this up to 50 watts. You go, 50 watts. Same sort of vibe, goes, look. Same sort of power. So there you go, guys, proofs in the pudding. This is actually wattage as it is stated. So you got 50 watts, 100, 150, 200. How this mod is working, it's actually reading the ohms of your atomizer and adjusting the voltage to give you the wattage you've set, which is what a normal regulated wattage mod does. This is a normal regulated wattage mod, but just without a screen. So you look at it like that, you understand it better. So I hope that helped understanding this mod a little bit better. Now we're going to get on with the wicking of the moonshot. So come on then. So there's me two pieces of cotton bacon, guys. I'll just twiddle the one end. Pop it through the coil. Then get the other one. Twiddle the end. Pop that through the coil. Like so. And then all I do, I'll get the chimney, pop it over, like so. Just press it down, hold some pressure on it. And then what I do is I'll just cut the wick around the barrel. Like so. Keeping the pressure on it, guys. And you end up with that. And then all I'll do is I get a pointy tool, flathead screwdriver or something, and then keeping some pressure on it, just go around, poking the wick into the channel. And you should find that as you do it, the base will fall into the deck, like so. And then when you look at your wiki ports, guys, let's get that in focus a little bit better. And all your wiki ports are covered by cotton just by doing that. If you find there is a slight gappage around, then all you do, you get your screwdriver inside and just pop it towards the edge. Like so. You just get your screwdriver in and push that cotton towards the edge, then that should clear the gaps up. Once you've done that, screw that into the base. I'm going to be using my freshly mixed, well not freshly, it's been steeping for over a week now, green slushy, which I'm absolutely loving. I got the recipe off e-liquid recipes online and mixed it up, and I'm loving it. So just wet your wicks up, saturate them wicks, like so. Get your tank and screw that on, nice and snug. Close off your airflow and fill it up. Just fold up. Put your top cap back on and open the airflow. Pop that on your mod. And there you go, guys. She's good to vape, ready to rock. So without further ado, let's get back up top. Let's have some vapes on this beast and talk more about it. Come on then. And we return. So, pros and cons on this, guys. Let's do pros first. First pro is the build quality and the fit and finish. I love this concept of a tin. It brings back memories when I was a smoker and I had a roll-up tin. And I love that tin because it was always with me, and even though it got dinked and scratched, it gave it some character. And that's going to happen with this. The more you dink it, the more you scratch it up, the more you beat it up, it's going to get better with age. Pro number 2 is it's simple to use. It's just a set and forget, adjust to taste kind of mod, and that's all there is to it. There's no screens or nothing to mess about with. You just stick your battery on top, set it to the wattage you want, and off you go. Pro number 3 is the awesome artwork on this, guys. I don't know who's working with Sigeli at the moment doing the artwork, but this is exquisite. And Sigeli needs to stick with these guys because they do some awesome painting. And this finish is just beautiful. And the last and the biggest pro is the price. Oh my god, the price, guys. £28 for the complete kit is just a steal. I don't know how they managed to get it down so cheap, but I remember when the Moonshot 24 came out, that was around £28. So basically, you buy Moonshot 24 and you get the mod for free. Now, as for cons, there is a couple. Mainly, first con is the 510. It's a bit shit. It ain't the best one that Sigeli has put out, but it does the job. Another con is periodically, when you take the doors off, you've got a slight build up of juice where the atty is, and you have to give it a quick wipe but it's a niggly con. And the last con is a bit of a niggly con again, but it comes with an old Moonshot 24. Sigeli, you shouldn't put a mod out like this and then put an old tank. I know what you're doing. Maybe you've got some surplus Moonshot 24 stock and you just wanted to get rid of them, but it's 2017 now, guys. You need to up your game a little bit and come out with a better tank, maybe a Moonshot 2. Be a good idea. But apart from that, guys, that's the only cons I've got on this. I absolutely love this box. I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad I paid my hard-earned cash out for it, because it's definitely a worthy part of my collection. So, guys, it gets a big, big, big thumbs up from me. If you've got a spare 28 quid, you definitely need one of these. And that's it for this, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate the views. I appreciate the subscriptions. So if you feel like I've earned your subscription, then click the link down there. And don't forget to click the bell for future upcoming releases. And Merry, Merry Christmas to everyone. So that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the next one. And remember, smoking kills, choose life. See you guys.